you've ever thought about doing a 5-year journal, maybe this is the one you're looking for. It's a little bit different than some of the other ones out there. First of all, it's spiral bound. Second of all, it's 8.5 by 11. It's much larger than some of the ones out there. So I'm going to go through some of the features of this one and see if maybe this is the one you want. It comes in a couple of different colors. This is pink. I got this to give as a gift to one of my nieces, but I wanted to go through it with you. To see if maybe this is the one you wanted to try out. A 5-year journal it feels intimidating and like an overwhelming prospect, but let's break it down so you can see kind of what it is. So it has this nice elastic closure. This one has a hard cover, right? Again, it has a really nice, thick spiral bound, so this will help it lay flat while you're looking at it. So let's tilt you down and take a look at this a little closer. Okay, so when you open it up, you've got a blank page here at the beginning. You've got the 2026, 2027, 28, 29 year at a glance calendars in 2030 and 2031. The nice thing is though, and then you've got some personal information that you can put in here, some contacts and details. But the nice thing is the years are not in here, right? So you could start this whenever you wanted. Whenever you get this, you can start it. So you fill the year in. So January 1st, if you're going to start this in 2027, great. Put that in. You could circle what day of the week it is, and you just write a few lines in here, right? Same thing. Then the following year, you come back and you can read what you wrote, and then you fill it in. So we're going to kind of just flip through. So when you get to the end of January here, you could just write in some notes of just recapping January or whatever you want here. Then start with February. And if you're wondering, what about leap year? Let's quickly take a look at the end of February. Maybe not so quickly. Okay, so there is a February 29th. So wherever your leap years fit in, you would just fill those in here. Okay, and then again, at the end of each month, there is a notes section. And then at the end of, there is several pages for notes. So there's a couple of notes sections. So if you want to add anything for notes here, there is a couple of notes pages. And then there is a pocket folder here in the back that you could put, whether you want to put like a stencil or some stickers or things like that, you can fit that in the back here. So again, this is going to give you a little bit more writing space if you write a little bit larger. I know some people are intimidated by the smaller size of some of the 5-year journals. So this is why we went this size for my niece, because she's a little younger, but we wanted to give her the opportunity to do a 5-year because we've been talking about it. So again, a little bit wider this way, and the spacing here is a little bit wider. It gives you a little bit more room, but again, not too much space, so you don't have to come up with a ton to write. So you can decide however you want to fill out a 5-year, but I think this is a really nice alternative. The 8.5/11 size is great. And having it be spiral bound is really kind of nice. So again, if you're thinking about getting one, this is a really nice alternative, having the spiral bound and the larger size. They do make it in a smaller size. If you want spiral bound and you don't want something quite as big, they do have a smaller size. So if you're thinking about it, I hope this has helped.